The weekend of the 12th and 13th of February, which is the same weekend that the international borders opened at Windsor and Coutts. So the only thing happening in terms of a protest that was impacting Canada was the Ottawa protests at the time on the Sunday. And on the Monday, the truckers were successful in working with the police and the city officials to move 102 vehicles out of the downtown core, including 42 semi-trucks, 23 of which went up to Wellington. All the other vehicles left the downtown and went to remote locations outside the city. 2 city blocks were cleared. That was the deal being implemented. However, the federal government and the new police chief intervened on the subsequent days and blocked any further movements of trucks, which prevented the deal from being completed. So it really begs the question of why did the Prime Minister invoke the Emergencies Act at all?
What a lot of people are concluding that it was absolutely unnecessary to invoke that. I think it further stoked an already divided situation. And we talk about the polarization in this country and people's frustration and confidence in the federal government. I think I've seen limited clips of it so far, but I don't think they're building the case here. There were other tools available that I think could have de-escalated a situation much better. A lot of things the Prime Minister could have done in the first place, but the fact we were here and the fact that he even thought that needed to be evoked was frustrating in itself.
The government has been trying to obstruct the truth, obstruct this process, and so that's really the bottom line. We've heard from Ontario's police force that the use of the act was not necessary for them to be able to do their job, which is a criteria for it to have been invoked. So that tells the tale right there that what we've been saying all along, that the government did not properly invoke this act. And so we're hoping for transparency. It's unfortunate, but very consistent with what this government's done in the past, that it took the commissioner to have some cabinet competences waived instead of the government being transparent and providing that to the commission, which is, the basic thing that Canadians would expect when we have a situation where Canadians' bank accounts were frozen and so many, civil liberties and basic freedoms that we expect as Canadians were violated by the government.
The government could have done it in a different way, more peaceful way, instead of bringing the whole... And that tells you about only 48 hours they lost before they just remove it. So that tells you that they were on immediately.
It's showtime.